Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining Jeff and I today. Today, we're going to talk about Suncor's turnaround. So, Suncor ran into a few issues a few years ago where they had fatalities,
Hmm.
major safety issues. So, there was some management changes for the better, and we ended up looking at it back in 2022. We made a purchase for our clients when the market actually, the price had dropped about 14%.
Yeah.
So,
In, in
yeah,
the in the month leading up to our purchase, it was down about 14%. And
right.
in addition to the fatalities you mentioned, Suncor had really lost its premium multiple when they bought Petro-Canada in 2009. And ever since then, it's looked like a bit of a value trap. We thought it had good potential to turn around and improve its operations. So when we wanted to get into the space, the two names we looked at were Canadian Natural Resources and Suncor.
Hmm.
But Suncor was the one we chose.
Yeah. And, but Canadian Natural Resources was doing exceptionally well in
Yep.
comparison
Yeah,
at the
yep.
time.
Yep, it sure was. But as contrarians, we wanted to buy the stock that was out of favor, as long as we could see potential for it to outperform going forward.
Hmm.
And so at the time, a activist investor had stepped in and bought a whole bunch of stock. They wanted Suncor to explore selling their gas stations. The company
Right.
committed to looking at it and
Hmm.
gave the activists a few board seats, but then came back and said, because of the multiple that those sales or those gas stations would attract through a sale, it wasn't to the shareholders' advantage. So they did not move forward with a sale to any other company.
Right.
And I've got to say that activist has been fairly quiet, but they
Hmm.
have good reason to because Suncor's really turned things around. The company had a target to return 100% of its free cash flow to
Hmm.
shareholders through dividends and buybacks once the debt got to $8 billion. And they achieved that last quarter. They said Christmas
Right.
come early. So,
Right. And that's, all attributed to Rich Kruger's management,
yep,
improving safety, reducing the cost per barrel, um, stabilizing, I guess, maintaining the dividend
yeah.
and just capital management.
Yeah,
So,
we should talk about reducing the cost per barrel because the goal is to reduce their break-even cost by a full $10 over 3 years. They've achieved
right.
$4 of that, and so there's $6 to go
Yeah.
between this year and next. And while they're reducing costs, they continue to, as I say, return all of that free cash flow through dividends and buybacks. And that means more money for shareholders and our clients. So if you look back at the last 2 years, Suncor's stock is up about 47%. Meanwhile,
Right.
CNQ is up about 32%. So it has
Yeah.
outperformed by quite a bit.
Yeah. Thanks, Suncor.
Yeah, no kidding. So we'll continue to hold this, and even with the share price appreciation, it still yields 4%.
Hmm.
So, and while they're buying back stock, that and reducing costs, that provides for more upside growth.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's looking good all the way around.
you bet. Okay,
All
thanks.
right. Thanks, Jeff.